Man, come on, man. There ain't no way. There ain't no way that I'm the only person that's struggling with this damn thing. This Mendi headband, right? I call it a meditation band or something like that. It's no different than all the other stuff that I've had. I've had pretty much every CES, meditation, whatever device you could think of for 10, 15 years. And I buy these things regularly. I just never thought to make content on them. Like last week, I started trying, or 2 weeks ago, I started trying an InnoPhone, which is pretty cool. Has these little sensors. Religiously use a brain tuner, CES device, for over a decade. This I thought was really cool because it requires active concentration, right? The Mendi. So this little thing is pissing me off. And there's no way that I'm the only person struggling with this because there's no fucking instructions that come with this damn thing, right? And basically, you use your concentration and your focus to move the ball up and down in the app based on, so it would seem what you're thinking about, right? But because I find it aggravating, because I find it annoying, because I find it to be lacking in just basic set of instructions, because there's a lot of things that you could be doing while you're using the Mendi app. So you have the brain sensing headband on, right? If you have one of these and you're frustrated, please tell me in the comments. There has to be like a quick guide. I don't want to go on some YouTube video and watch some guy's video for 25 or 30 minutes talking about getting a better score. I want a quick little 3-minute instructional video that says, hey Matt, here's what you're supposed to do with the ball inside the stupid app. Because you have to understand, typically, if I were going to do a meditation, I would select an isochronic or a binaural beat that fits whatever brainwave state I would prefer that day. And then I would go to that place in my mind where I'm either observing thoughts, right? Allowing them to pass through so that you're not attached to anything. Or I would focus on something very, very specific, much like a mantra. That's the whole point of a monk beads, right? You basically repeat the same whatever, it could be anything, whatever it is to you, over and over, until your focus breaks, then you start again. With this, what drives me insane is that no one fucking says, hey, why don't you just imagine that your focus of your mind is causing the ball to levitate and go in the direction that you want, right? But there's a tipping point to that because if you have too much conscious thought, right? I think, and the other thing that fucking irritates the shit out of me is that I think that this thing has a delay. I think there's a delay from the sensing headband to the actual app because I'm attempting to make changes on the fly, right? I don't see anything happening. Nothing's happening, right? All of a sudden I could allow or initiate a bunch of mental chatter, right, in my brain. But I don't see anything happening with the fucking ball, right? So super annoying. I can't be the only person that's annoyed by this Mendi thing. There's no way in hell. That said, right? That means to me that there's an opportunity here. If I'm frustrated like this, and I've had so many different devices in my life for the past however many years, that means there's an opportunity for me to do better, right? There's an opportunity for me to work through that frustration and maybe unlock some level of focus or achievement with my own brain because I am struggling with that. So my question to you is, I can't even do a product review on this fucking thing, to be straight with you, right? I can't, because I'm not able to get through my own shit to even use it properly. You know what I mean? That's why I think there's an opportunity in this frustration. So intention of the video is to ask you, do you have one of these? Are you proficient with this thing? What do you do? And if you had to, like inherently the whole reason to not have instructions for something like this to teach focus is to allow the app to teach you, right? But I'm a problem solver. I'm highly analytical. I'm very much, and that's part of the intention, right? So you can get out of your own way and execute with something like this. But if you had to describe in your words how you use this to train your brain, either what you're thinking about, whether you go into observation mode, what are you thinking about when you look at the stupid ball? There's a tracking line underneath the ball, right? And you could almost visualize that that is causing levitation if you could create enough focus within your brain and maintain it, right? Now, a lot of times when you do that, your breathing changes. And I noticed this right away because the breathing exercise in the beginning of the Mendi app, right? So for me, depending on what's going on in my brain, whether or not I'm actively trying to stop thoughts, which could be a mistake, right? And focus on the ball, I'm either having to focus on an extended inhale or holding my breath if I don't. That by itself could be like a personal issue with me. But I want to hear from you. What has been your experience with this thing? How do you describe being able to fall into a good pattern to get good scores? And do you have any recommendations for somebody like me who's stubborn and frustrated with this damn thing and basically wants to, I don't know, run it over with a bulldozer? Maybe we can help each other.